school, and dear prefects and others, children and parents and well-wishers. It's a very august ceremony, Mrs. Ferrer. Very moving. Must be your founder's work, isn't it? So I had the pleasure and privilege of meeting your founder many years ago when I did a program at Vattula. So may you prefects and fellow students, I forgot the teachers also, it's a very moving ceremony and it induces in children many good values. So your school anthem says, join we all in gladsome singing. So school is a joint effort between teachers and students, parents and students as well. So it's a triangular connection, and the wise founder has also added a quadrangular connection, asking God to bless the school. So the first verse and the stanza has, from our hearts, prayer is springing. So this school seems to give a lot of effort about the heart also, isn't it? My own background is that I came first in the island in the advanced level, and in every medical exam I came batch top. But sadly, when my brain was expanding with knowledge, my heart was not expanding. So change in my life came when I realized that brain becoming bigger does not make the world better. So will you tell your neighbor, brain becoming bigger does not make the world better? Tell your neighbor. Because if all the brain knowledge would have made the world better, 21st century would be the best in existence, isn't it? Sadly, we have lots and lots of problems right now, diseases that doctors can't handle, and problems that countries are screwing up, and worst of all, the family breakup. Sri Lanka's divorce rate is very high. It's among the first 20 in the world, besides our other problems. But your school anthem says it's a place of meeting, greeting and entreating. Very endearing words. So school is a meeting place of cultures, different backgrounds, and also different talents and skills. Talent is how God gave it, skill is how you develop. So tell your neighbor that also. I always ask you to speak to each other because you teach each other better than I can do from this podium. So tell your neighbor, talent is what God gave. Skill is how we develop it. Correct? Yeah. So there can be a big difference between the talent we got and the skill we deploy, we develop. Yeah. So God bless our school. For our teachers, there is a prayer, then displaying love. So school helps us to display, and when you are honored like this in a prefect ceremony, others also aspire to excellence. And display is that others begin to see what you carry. Here is another, last verse is, I will keep the last verse for end of my talk. I like to start my talk with this saying, every good and perfect gift is given to us by the Father of light, in whom there is no variation, no shadow or no turning. So one who gave us every good gift does not change his mind according to how we behave. Now some parents here may have there may be parents with 2 or 3 or 4 children or even more. So once you have the child as a gift of God, you don't change your heart or your head that this is your child. Is there a parent who said one day, this fellow is not my fellow? Have you got angry and said that? කවුරුර දෙමාපියෙක් ඉන්නවද මෙතන දවසක් කිව්වා මෙයා නම් මගේ නෙමෙයි අඳුර ගන්නවත් බෑ මේ කරන වැඩ කියලා. එහෙම කියන්න හොඳ නැහැ නේද? So a child is God's gift to us, so we own him, everything about him, the good, the bad, and even the ugly when it comes up. Disowning does not correct the person, does not help the person. So you not only own excellence of the child, even you children not only own the good things you do and have, you need to own up the things that are not very nice in you. So tell your neighbor, I like your sweet smell because you are my friend. I like your bad smell also. That's the thing. So a doctor working in hospital has to work with a lot of sweet smells or bad smells? Bad smells. That's part of our profession. If we say we like the sweet smelling patient and we don't like the bad smelling patient, we lose 90% of our patients, correct? So what about parents? You got the principle that when they do well, we own them. When they do not so well also, we say, you are ours. What you have now done is not so good, but you are you. So you differentiate between what they do and who they are. ඉතින් අපි ළමයි වැරද්දක් කරාම අපි කියනවා මේක වැරදි. හැබැයි අපි යව වැරදි කරු කරන්නේ නැහැ. ගෙදර උසාවියේ නෙවෙයි තාත්තා විනිශ්චයකාරවරයා නෙවෙයි. So you are happy about that, isn't it? Home is not court, father is not judge, father is father, isn't it? So let home never be a place where the child feels he's on the dock. ඉතින් අපේ ගෙදර කොයි වෙලාවකවත් විත්ති කූඩුව වගේ ළමයාට දැනෙන්න නරකයි. ඉතින් මේ බෙන්ටෙන්ගේ යුගයේ ගොඩක් ළමයි ටෙස්ට් කරලා බලනවා තාත්තගේ ඉවසීම කොහොමද කියලා. So in this age of Ben 10, and who's the girl figure of Ben 10? I have forgotten her name. Ben 10 and? Pardon? Yes, Gwen. Right. In this age of Benton and Gwen, children behave like the goat a little. In English you say acting the goat. You might have heard it. Now goats think a fence is meant to go near the fence, kick it, knock it, and see whether they can make a hole in the fence. Understood that? එළුවේ හිතන්නේ වැට තියෙන්නේ කඩලා බලන්න කඩන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා. හැබැයි බැටළුවා, the sheep, does not even need a fence. So what the shepherd does is, when he leads his 100 somewhere, usually a shepherd can handle how many sheep? About 100. But don't try to get 100 children, you can't handle 100 children. There was a dictator called Idi Amin, he had 149 children, but that's not a good thing. So shepherd can handle 100 sheep, and so you know what he does? He leads the sheep into the grass place, pasture, and sheep settle down and he walks around them about 3 times. In the battle indala when he walks around them 3 times, you know what the sheep think? We must not cross that boundary. Did you understand that? There is no visible water. Then goats, what do goats do? When the fence is there, they leave the center and they go to the fence and they want to kick it, knock it, and see can we make us a hole. Now I can see that all the children of OKI are like sheep. Give yourself a clap. At least during the school hours. Now we'll have to ask the parents how it is after the school hours. So what do you think of Sri Lanka? We have more sheep or more goats? What do you think of the roads of Sri Lanka? දැන් මොකද හිතන්නේ ලංකාව ගැන? වැඩි ඉන්නේ එළුවද බැටළුවද? So that's the point of thought, reflection. So we learned this, that yours is a good school. I like to get on to some slides now after these comments. Shall we get the first slide, that statement I have made? Every good gift, shall we read that together? Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and comes down from the Father of light, with whom is no variableness, nor shadow of turning. Now every parent also must be like that. You can't be unpredictable. ඉතින් හැම දෙමාපියන්ගෙම හැරීමක් වෙනස් වීමක් ඡායාවක් නැති වෙන්න ඕන. ඒ කියන්නේ හොඳ දවසට පෑවු ඉර වගේ හොඳ නැති දවසට නිකන් මන්සූන් එක ගැහුවා වගේ මීගමුවට. එහෙම වෙලා බෑ. So when things are good, Father's face is bright and smiling like the sun. When you come last in the class, what to do there? Someone has to come last in the class. Have you packaged that? And 1/3 of children will fail mathematics. Don't persecute them for us. This is from a thought scientist. My subject, as you know, is brain and how the brain develops. So 1/3 of children will fail mathematics. Mr. Chrysanthus, you understood that? Because they can't do mathematics. Unfortunately, in our system, mathematics is so very important. So my father required that I be first in the class. My school is St. Thomas's College. I think it's the greatest school on earth. Mr. Chrysanthus thinks St. Joseph's is the best on earth. Anyway, we went to 2 great schools. But 1/3 of children will always fail maths. They'll be dreamy, they'll be talking things, they'll be seeing pictures because they are pictorial in their brain processing. Others will be verbal processing. So don't harass the children who are bad in maths, but they'll be good in other things like making cake, decor, fashion. Did you understand that? They have a different set of gifts given by God. Everyone is not the same. Yes. So, but we have a job in life. Kids, you are listening. The good gift came to you from God above. Your business in life is to complete that gift. By 14, you start completing your gift. I have a graph there. Shall we get to the graph? It's a little down. There. It's the curve is a little too steep up, but it'll explain. At the age of 14, the ages have not come. Huh? Ages are on the x-axis. Don't know why the ages didn't come. That's right. Other ages are there. Thank you. So, what x is the dependent variable. So, as you go on, at 33, you must have 33% or 40% of your life. At 45, you have 66% of your life. But this gearing up for life begins at 14 years. From 14 years, the good gift you have, you're developing it to become the completed gift. Will you say it me? Good gift? Repeat. Good gift? My responsibility is make it the completed gift. Capacities are different. But from 14 years old, you have a responsibility to complete the gift that God gave you as doctor, nurse, teacher, housewife, businessman, whatever you feel is. Okay? Parental responsibility is from 0 to 14, protect, nurture the gift of the child the way God gave it. දෙමව්පියන්ගේ වගකීම නම් අවුරුදු 14 වෙනකම් මව්කුසේ සිට even from the womb preserve the gift, the good gift. Will you say it me? Good gift? The good gift God gave till the age of 14. You must preserve it for them. At 14, they begin the hard work of taking it to completion. අවුරුදු 14දී ඒගොල්ලෝ 100% දක්වා ඒක ගෙනියන්න උත්සාහ කරනවා. අවුරුදු 14 වෙනකන් දෙමව්පියෝ එක රැක දෙනවා. Did you understand parental responsibility? Till 14, they keep it as God gave it. No fighting at home, loving the children, affirming them, appreciating them, approving them. I'll tell you the 3A Fitch rating for home. There's a Fitch rating for business. This is 3A Fitch rating for home. Till the age of 14, keep it safe for them. Did you understand? So one thing about keeping it safe is please don't give the smartphone. Please don't use the TV excessively. Under the age of 3, never give the smartphone. That is medical prescription. I repeat, under the age of 3, never give the smartphone. Your teacher says in his classes, he tells children or parents never to give it under the age of 6. That is good advice. Did you understand that? Yeah. Keep children away from the screen if you want them to develop the brain God gave them. So till 14, parents make it safe, nurture the gift with love at home. So the first 5 years, brain is made brilliant by the mother bonding. Even from the womb, you can speak to your baby in the womb. Now doctors have got to know it now. We did not know this when we were in the medical faculty. You can speak to the baby, you can sing nice songs, you can read nice scriptures, bless the baby in the womb. How you feel towards the baby in the womb affects the baby's sense of appreciation. Will you say it me, appreciation? Then the brain becomes brilliant by bonding in the womb and in the first 5 years by the affection mother gives. And where does the father come in? Father gives in so much affection to the mother, it is enough for her and it is enough for the baby or the children. Did you understand, father? Then තාත්තට හරි වගකීමක් තිබෙනවා. අම්මට තියෙන එකම වගකීම බබාට ඇතිතරම් ප්‍රේමය දීම. තාත්තට තියෙන වගකීම බලන්න. ඇතිතරම් ප්‍රේමය දෙන්න ඕන අම්මට, ඒ ප්‍රේමය ඇතිවන පිණිස බබාට සහ දරුවන්ට. තාත්තලා පොඩ්ඩක් මේකට ඡන්දයක් දාන්න. මේක හොඳ අදහසක් ડોක්ටර් කියනවා. අපි ශ්‍රී ලාංකිකයෝ ලෙස ඡන්දය දැමීමට බැහැ වී සිටිමු. ඡන්දයක් එනතෙක් බලාගෙන සිටිමු. So this ඡන්දය is for father has to have a double portion of love, because how you do for mom depends on how the baby develops brain. Tremendous responsibility, isn't it? Then from the age of 16, all the time the kids will look up to dad to give the next stretch and next step. They intuitively know, Baba udadala visikaranne kawuda, ammada තාත්තද? කවදාකවත් අම්මා කෙනෙක් බබා උඩ දාලා විසි කරනවා දැකලා තියෙනවද? You know what I mean? Have you ever seen a mother throwing the baby up? No. So why does the father do that? He has been taught by God, by intuition, give him a thrill, give him a next step, give him a next try, and he wants more, which is better than the more of the screen, isn't it? When father gives that more, it is better than the more that the screen is asking. Moment a child is more than 25 minutes on the screen, child will say, give me more of the same thing. Did you understand that? Please, if you love your brain, don't go for the screen. If you hate your brain, go for the screen. Did you write that down? Screen is smart, but the student who is looking at the screen becomes stupid. Smart, phone, but the fellow who's looking at it is stupid. Phone, smart. Boy, stupid. Bad equation. Bad equation. I hope you remember this all your life. Yeah, so in this, up to the age of 45, you fill your life. After that, you complete your gift by helping others get to their potential. So you must first fill your potential, and side by side you help others. So filling your potential is called success. Will you say it is success? But then there's another part to completing the gift. Help others to fill their portion. So you fill your one, then you don't invade the other fellow or rob from the other fellow. You help that person to develop his potential. Did you understand God's plan? But this needs a change of heart. This needs a change of heart, because we begin to think at a certain stage, my pocket is mine, your pocket is also mine. Certain age comes, you understand? Yes. So we'll get back to the first slide if you don't mind. Yes, 3 AA rating for your son and daughter. Okay, thank you. So here is the But the screen says the cord of 3 strands is not quickly torn apart. I want to apply it to kids as the 3rd strong cord of the family. Children make you strong. Father and mother, keep your marriage lifelong. I told you at the beginning, Sri Lanka has a very high divorce rate, it seems, from recent times. Keep your marriage strong. 2, you can't experiment with sex too early, it's a risky business. There are things once experimented, you can't do the experiment again. How many of you have worked in a chemistry laboratory? Yeah. Sodium is a very fiery little, I don't know whether you have really seen sodium, very fiery little thing. It can't be kept open to the water, or it can't be kept open to air, it must be kept inside kerosene. So when sodium gets together with chlorine, sodium is poisonous, chlorine is poisonous, but when the 2 get together, they have a chemical subatomic structure that they quickly get together, you get salt. That is God's wisdom. Sodium is poisonous, chlorine is poisonous, they get together, you get salt. Now, marriage is not that bad. Husband is not poisonous, she's not poisonous. But at least when you get together, you make salt. So affirmation is any way you have to put your arms around the shoulder. What that child is, just for his being, that is affirmation. Will you say it me? Affirmation. You do it every day. Fathers do this for your daughter also, because before another male does it for her. Did you hear me? There's a very contact world. People are very touchy. So our standard is don't start touching before marriage. What do you think about that standard? I like to demonstrate that with Danushka. Kids, you are remembering, you're listening. Don't start touching before marriage. What an old-fashioned doctrine. This is Danushka. I'm training him in a field. Now just imagine you start touching like this. What is the equivalent of golf face in Nigambu? Or Vihara Mahadevi Park? What is the equivalent of Vihara Mahadevi Park in Nigambu? Every town has a place like that. I mean, don't look so innocent, parents. I'm sure you have been there and you know what it is. Yeah? The romantic part, no point looking at them. They don't think they have. So don't tell them, tell me later. So when you start touching, you see the problem. Where will this touch end? You see, I'm sure school teachers, good touch, bad touch from very small days. Thank you. So don't start experiments that you can't reverse. Got it right? Don't start experiments that you can't reverse. So that you have to be there, putting your shoulder around the child, especially when they do wrong. When they do wrong, they don't need rejection. They certainly need correction, but they need affirmation for whom they are. Holding them by the shoulder, correct them. Not about what happened, but about what they should do in the future. If you repeat the wrong in their ears, you did like this, what will they remember? They'll remember Dali. So you said so many times, Dali, Dali, Dali. So you tell them the good that should be, rather than repeat all the wrong things he did. Will you give me a way one? Affirmation is a better educator than correction. Correction you must. Gidarapu gamang neme, hitugana kaya gahala neme, puta ekta putu ekata indagan. We have an example of correction. So you sit down with your son when you have to correct. Son, my mom told me that such things happen, whole day you are on the screen, now I have to sit down with you. Because you suffer when he does wrong. This is the principle of the cross. You suffer. When Prince of Life suffered when we did wrong. You share the wrong. Did you understand that? So you share the wrong and get into the child's life and tell the better thing. So this is about course correction and correction of error. This is a generation that will say, you remember when we had a red red kature, something went wrong and there was a, usually teachers, when it's right? I hope OKI teachers are better than that. Yeah? Normally, particularly the maths teacher, they were at the pahai, me akivini panti the ati panti. And then the child says, Api tatat tehma. You think, yeah. So, this is a generation that does not fear the color red. Stop light says red, isn't it? Tail light of a car says red, because red has the longest tarangayamya. Am I right in my physics? Wavelength is longest with the red light. That is why you have to stop. It's red. Danger signals are red. Tail light of a car is red, isn't it? This is a generation that says, red is my color. Teacher, katraya gahaneda ekak madi katara tunak gahanda ratu kadra hari lasanai. This is generation like that. So you have to be their friend, come by their side, be the coach, and show them the better way. Did you understand that? Affirm the better thing rather than rebuke the bad thing. Yeah, I'm giving you a lot of help. I think you should give me a slab of chocolates for all this talking to your parents. Yeah. So their mindset doesn't fear red. We grew up in a culture, red we are not going to touch. But when they see red, and a lot of cartoons have red, magenta, purple, black. Normally black is the color of death. Agree? Black was used very sparingly. Correct? What about black now? Black is a popular color. So that sense of foreboding of black is gone. They quote black. I do a clinic, Empathic Learning Center. You can take an appointment every Friday if you have a problem about your child, learning problem, career problem. I give career guidance and so on. You have to only give a telephone call to my secretary. I don't charge for it. Maybe we will give them a book or something before they go. This is a generation that likes change, dangerous change, experiment with red. You understand what I feel? The black, the fearful, the foreboding, they quote, spook, magic, monsters and aliens. That's what the cartoons do. Ekay mama meccira kiyanne cartoons ළමයට දෙන්න එපා. ඒගොල්ලෝ රතු එපාතුවට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. කළු අන්තරා සහිතයි. ඒක යන්න හොඳ පැත්තක් නෙමෙයි කිව්වට ඒගොල්ලන්ට දැනෙන්නේ නැහැ. Cartoons feed them black and red all the time. So this is a visual generation, kinesthetic generation, and an acoustic generation. So there are thinking tracks, learning tracks, planning tracks have got dumbed down if they are too much on the screen. But I spoke to your former head prefect. He says he doesn't have a present head prefect, new one. Pramod is the new one. He says he doesn't have a smartphone. What a good parent, what a wise parent. Is Pramod's dad here? Yeah. Very wise decision. Don't give him a smartphone till he finishes A-level. If you want him to do well in the A-level, don't give smartphone. Why am I saying this? So many parents come to me, මොකද ප්‍රශ්නේ? O-level pass වුණාම tag මොකද්ද? Smartphone. A-level results are ruined. I have fellows, 9 A's in the O-level, 3 F's in the A-level. Reason? Smartphone. Can you imagine? Boy getting 9 A's in the O-level, getting 3 F's in the A-level. So don't go that way. So you have affirmation, appreciation for what he has. Approval is when something is done to a standard. So father, you have to give the boundaries. You have to say this is the standard. Mother makes it daily safe. Tamai dinapatama surakshita karanne. Tatta tamai සීමාව පනවන්නේ, සීමාව කියලා දෙන්නේ, සහ සීමාව කාලෙන් කාලෙට ලොකු කරන්නේ, විකාශනය කරන්නේ. මේක තේරෙන්නේ ඒ තීරණ ගන්න ඕනේ කවුද? තාත්තා. එතකොට ප්‍රිෆෙක්ට් වෙන දවසේ බැච් එක ගහන්න එන්න ඕනේ කවුද? කවුද එන්න ඕනේ? දැන් ගිහිල්ලා කියන්න ආපු චීෆ් කෙස් කිව්වා Prefect වෙන දවසේ බැටරි එක ගහනකොට එන්න ඕනේ කවුද? තාත්තා. DAD is dead. DAD can't be deny and dodge. He must be present. Oh, father must be there for affirmation, appreciation, attestation, isn't it? Father has to be there. So affirmation is about belonging, being you are mine, identity, security, nothing to do with performance. In fact, when they fail, they need to be affirmed more. You're mine, I'm with you. Now God is also like that. When we fail, He says, still you're mine. Father and mother also have to be like that. Did you understand that? The affirmation is when you fail, you need to be affirmed more. Next one. Appreciation is about whatever the child has. He has, can, and at that level appreciate. Appreciation is about value and worth. Find something daily about which you say to your child, well done. Parents are picking the well done. Well done. Parents, well done. Well done. And wife, will you look at your husband and say, well done? I can't see that happening. Well done. Well done. Mona well done. Okay. Appreciation is about and telling the child, well done. Hugs and annuals. Perform or perish, swim or sink is not our language. We are not in a struggle for existence. Tell your neighbor, we are not in a struggle for existence. We don't think the fittest survive. We believe in a world all can thrive. There was an uncle called Charles Darwin. He got it completely wrong. He said this world is only for the fittest to survive, which is not so. Butterflies are not fit. Are butterflies strong? But how important they are. We will not have fruit without butterflies. Bees are very small. We will not have any fruit without the bees. So get it into your head, this thing about fit will survive is unscientific and immoral. God created a world for all to thrive. Only that we have to share with each other. Did you understand that? Yes. Approval is quality-based, measured. Give them step up and stretch in simple things. Let's do better. What's your language? Let's do better. You can stretch your child, you must stretch your child. Studying ability, marks level, but in the field he can excel. All can't excel in every field. As a rule of thumb, if they are good in art, fashion, seeing things, they will not be good in mathematics. If someone is good in mathematics and music, that's brilliant class. If someone is good in mathematics, languages and music, that is genius class. That is rare. That's how God has formed the brain. But everybody has a good and perfect gift. So you work with your child's good and perfect gift. If you have any doubts about it, take an appointment and come and meet me. Your school has my telephone number about career guidance, children who are late in studying, who have got into digital problems, those who don't like themselves. If you have conflict at home, wondering what your child should do, please take an appointment and come. Approval is called. Tests will come, train them. So when tests are coming, what you do? You train them. You run with them. You coach them. You don't command them. You remember our parents, they commanded us. We said, yes sir. දැන් එහෙම කරලා හරියන්නේ. දැන් මේ ළමයින්ට ගහන්න එහෙම හැවිද්දොත් ඒගොල්ලෝ කියන තාත්ති ගහන්න නේද හදන්නේ? ගහන්නේ. මොකද ඒගොල්ලෝ කොමික්ස් වල කාටුන්ස් වල දැකපුවා නිසා they challenge. Not that they intentionally do that, but they have absorbed cartoon behavior. So you sit with them and talk the problem. Did you understand that? Mentor them to do well, to face up. Measured. Approval is about their significance. To be realistic about their contribution. So now children say with me, I am better than anybody else. Nobody is better than me. I am less than nobody. Everyone is excellent, gifted to be the best in what God gave them. You understand your philosophy? You are confident in what you have and you respect the other about what they have. Did you understand that? That's how God did the world. One more slide I think I have somewhere. Very quickly. That's right. You have 7 gifts. Then having gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, if prophecy, prospecting, some have this ability to see what is coming, the best investment, the trends, the speculation. Art is also like that. They see what others don't see. Who is a prospecting person? See what others don't see. We only see a dead tree. Artist sees a philosophy. He draws it up. You understand that? So some children are into art, then music. They know the rhythm that is coming. They know the next song. Did you understand? They are prospecting, they see, they feel, they hear, not like others, a little more with empathy. There are children like that. Whole world can't be like that. Some are like that. That has to have a little gift of knowing your child's next step. Where is my child going? Where is my child headed? Okay. Then there are those who are ministering the assistants. They are always very good at helping. Very good at helping. Photographers, isn't it? Photographers are always making others look good. Imagine a photographer comes for an event and he's photographing himself. Everybody else is waiting, but he's, my face is the best face. You understand? So photography is helping others. So some of you will have a nature, help others. You quickly see what others need. Did you understand that? The Vinnabuamma in the hospital, attendant in the hospital. Whom do you think should get the highest salary? Attendant, nurse or doctor? Highest salary in the hospital. Whom do you think should get? Doctor, attendant or nurse?
Attendant.
Or laborer. There's another class called laborer. Difficult question, isn't it, when I ask like that? Obviously, our system is doctors get the highest salary. Then nurses fight for as much as possible. But then there are others who are serving. You get what I meant? There are people whose gift is ministering. What is the word ministering means? Assisting others to do the best in their field. Some children are like that. Then teachers teach. You must teach trade, state and true. Only thing, teachers become inflexible. Because they are teaching everybody, at home they try to teach the husband also. If you meet the president, you'll try to teach the president also. And when you go to the doctor, you'll try to teach the doctor also. So teaching has another side. I'm also a teacher, you know. Yeah. Then he who empowers. There are others who sees the gift in other people. An amazing thing, they can make that gift rise up for another. They are coaches. They are trainers. So God has created some others to get the best out of another's gift. Did you understand? They are HR people. So God saw this whole world and He gave gifts according to what the society needs. So if we know the one who gave the gift, we will do well in life. When we don't know the one who gave the gift, we deny each other's gifts, we trample each other's toes, and we get into trouble. I'll finish with the last one. Then there are those who invest liberally. If I have, just imagine, how much money do you like to have? Just think you're Bill Gates. How much money you like to have? 1 billion, 10 billion. But what if you put all that 10 billion in stocks and shares, get into money laundering and takes it to some other country, puts it in a Swiss bank? That money does not serve anybody. It serves only you. Got it? But what if you have 10 million and you keep 5 million for your future in a fixed deposit, securities, but 5 million, you launch a small size business employing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. What has happened? Out of 5 million, you have provided livelihoods for 10 other families. Will you give a hand clap for yourself? Did you understand God's wisdom? So invest liberally, certainly keep for your future, certainly save, but what you can launch for others to have livelihood, that is entrepreneurship. Got it? Who gives this wisdom? God. Finally, those who lead must lead with diligence. Leaders see what others are best at and they don't get threatened by it. Leaders see what others are best at and they push them. No, don't be mediocre. You can do more than this. Not for his sake, for others' sake. You understand a leader? You understand a leader? Yeah. Lastly, those who practice mercy. What are the mercy practicing professionals? Yes? Nurses, doctors, of course. They are very merciful, isn't it? They don't prescribe any drugs too much, isn't it? They charge very moderately, isn't it? Give you a lot of time, isn't it? I did the ethics lecture in my faculty for a long time. So forgive us, doctors have changed, but you understood how God made it. Practice mercy. What about lawyers? Lawyers like a job in the Guinea Kannada, Guinea Niwanada. Any lawyers here? No lawyers here.
No lawyers, only liars.
Any lawyers? Any lawyers in Colombo, in Nigambo? Big boy, isn't it? So you just යාළු මේ දන්නේ නැති අයට මේක අරින්න එපා පොඩි WhatsApp එකක් අහන්න අද ડોක්ටර් කෙනෙක් ආවා එයා ඇහුවා lawyers ලා ඉන්නේ ගිනි කන්නද ගිනි නිවන්නද මගේ නම කියන්නේ කොහොමද Guinea was an old English coin. It 21 shillings were a guinea. So the lawyers are paid 2 guinea, 3 guinea by British language. So thank you very much, Mrs. Namipura. I think I've spoken for a long time. Kids, you got it, isn't it? Yeah. God bless you. May this school do well. Thank you.